Hello dear friends, I'm glad you're joining me today for a longer, deeper visit to the historic heart of Shiraz. For the next 20 minutes we'll walk together among brick and mortar, vault and dome, stories and daily life. Our focus will be two important Zand period landmarks, Arg Karim Khan and Vakil Bath. Stay with me as we move from the overall scene to the smallest detail, from structure to human feeling, and try to see and hear everything these places have to offer. From a distance the Arg first catches your eye with the warm, earthen color of its bricks, walls that read like weathered volumes of history. At sunrise, the open view fills with long shadows and a calm, almost poetic mood. The air is cool and fresh, golden morning light settles into the masonry, emphasizing tiny cracks, mortar lines, and the subtle relief of each brick. Walk a little closer and the texture becomes more immediate, the way the bricks sit next to each other, the small imperfections left by human hands, the marks of time. Each brick seems to whisper a story. From a distance the Arg first catches your eye with the warm, earthen color of its bricks, walls that read like weathered volumes of history. At sunrise, the open view fills with long shadows and a calm, almost poetic mood. The air is cool and fresh, golden morning light settles into the masonry, emphasizing tiny cracks, mortar lines, and the subtle relief of each brick. Walk a little closer and the texture becomes more immediate, the way the bricks sit next to each other, the small imperfections left by human hands, the marks of time. Each brick seems to whisper a story. Step inside and you enter the central courtyard. Surrounded by iwans and arcades, the courtyard creates a powerful sense of centered space. Arches and vaults play in light and shadow, composing a rhythm of lines and volumes that calms the eye. From above the plan is simple and strong, its symmetry and clarity stand out within the surrounding urban fabric. Climb one of the towers and Shiraz spreads before you like a layered painting, old textures adjoining new frames of the modern city. It's in the details that the architecture speaks loudest. The brick joints, the techniques used to form the arches, the worn edges of the stairs, every weathered element attests to the skill of the builders. A close-up of mortar and brick reveals a complex geometric texture you might not notice at first glance, repeating patterns, disciplined rhythm, a physical sense of time elapsed. Arg Karim Khan was once a symbol of governance and the seat of power. Yet observe how it lives now. Families picnic in its shadow, guides patiently explain its history to visitors, and photographers hunt for the perfect frame. This everyday interaction animates the monument and keeps it relevant. In that sense, the Arg has moved from a fortress of rulership to a living part of civic life. Leaving the citadel, wander through the narrow historical lanes that lead to the Vakil complex. These alleys, often stone-paved and shaded, funnel you toward the bazaar and the bath. In the market the scents of spices mingle with the voices of merchants, local life unfolds in a continuous street theater. Further on, the domes of Vakil Bath begin to appear, a cluster of small domed roofs pierced with circular openings that gently drip light into the interior. The bath's exterior is restrained but elegant, brickwork, a modest portal opening from the lane into a sheltered courtyard. Entering, the first thing to strike you is the quality of light. Light falls through the round skylights like tiny stars, hitting the water in the stone pool and scattering little reflections across the domed ceiling. That pinpoint light creates an intimate, almost mystical atmosphere. The bath is at once functional and poetic. Pierced by circular skylights send pinpoints of sun onto stone basins and water, while tiles in blues and turquoises and carefully layered brickwork shape both beauty and acoustics. The bath is as much social architecture as technical system. Polished stone, channels, and basins bear the traces of generations of use and conversation. Thank you for spending this time with me in Shiraz's layered urban landscape. May your next visit be full of surprising details and quiet conversations. Until the next walk, travel well and take care. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so our journey together always stays with you.